get into the armor is actually really not that difficult. But the mental side of things is you have to remember that when you don that armor, you are that armor, you are that role, you are that character. You are no longer who you were in real life. That's what it really is. My name is Ken Chan, and I am armor performer, weapon maker of the Wanpans Cosplay group. What does Wanpan really stand for is I don't really know what Wanpan mean. It's just a sound of excitement, like Wanpan! That's just what Wanpan is. There's no really meaning behind the word, it's the expression of the word. That's what we are. I am a landscape designer. What it really entails is meeting up with the client, coming up with solutions to what their wish list is in terms of anything that's within property, outside of their house, and tackle all that. The reason why I do cosplay is because I need to break away from that refined creativity and just bring it into a little bit more of the abstract, the weird, surreal side. And you know, cosplay just became a really good outlet for my other weird side of creativity. Playing a game called Monster Hunter back on the PSP stage, and it's a group activity. We're all playing the same game, and I think it's some sort of convention that happened somewhere in Toronto. I have no idea where it is. And we're like, I don't know what a convention is. So I walk out from that room and there's all these people dressing up, and I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. I thought they're a huge celebrity until I met someone that just started talking to me, and it was just like, oh, you're just a normal person just like me. I'm like, then I start getting to understanding there's a thing called cosplay, and that's just another way to celebrate your love for the game, your love for the anime or whatever you like. I was a little bit more shy back then, and I would often get discouraged really easily when I hear people saying that, oh, it's not good enough. You know what, maybe they're right, I'm not going to do this. But through cosplay, it really strengthened my resolve that I need to finish something that I started. I can say I'm a completely different person from like 5 years ago when I just started cosplay. Huge part really got me into this whole fantasy setting, this whole swordplay. It's really Lord of the Rings. I just loved the Nazgul when they just came out, and all the soldiers of Gondor when they suit up and you see on the battlefield, you see tons of them just rushing into charging in, or like the riders of Rohan and how they move and how they have all these big expression. And it's like, I never want to be the main character. I never want to be that one person. I love the whole grunt unit side. I love the side of this, you are one of 1,000 of what these are, but you became that culture of people. In terms of cosplay, what a successful cosplay is, there's three things that I would think it's great. One's of course the level of craft. It could be from an artwork, it could be from a fan art, it could be just from something. If they can truly capture that essence, recreate every single little detail in that, then they fulfill the craft. To perform, let's say if the character was a really animated, weird and flamboyant character like Joker from Batman, if they can recreate the smile, the sinister little detail, and they keep to that performance, and that fulfills it. Third is how do they reach out? If they can, just because they can craft, they can perform, they have to interact with their fans as per se, with the audience. If my fans would interact with me with acknowledging that, oh, you're the Lothric Knight from Dark Souls 3, oh, you're that weird Hazel from the game as well. All three of that combined becomes a good cosplay to me. For me, I gotta have a mask on. When I started cosplay, I never really asked myself, why am I always masked? I never really understand that mask. But through my performance, I start understanding that the mask, it's a way for me to express myself on a much deeper level in terms of the performance, the movement. Human interaction is super easy once you're looking at the person on the eye, the eyebrow, you understanding how the facial expression work. Once you take that away and you became an armor, you became one. And so your weapon of choice become really important. How you swing your sword, that becomes your extension of your expression. Where your shield position, do you block them away or do you open it up to embrace your audience? That became much more elaborate, and you have to really play that out so people can accept you for your whole character. The thing that I always try to do better is the huge performance side. How do I engage my audience? How do I make it so that it's believable that I am not just a mannequin? When I can bring that to life, then I think I would reach my dream. That's my goal. I want to bring anyone I see to life, especially those weird, huge monsters. Most people ask, what's your dream cosplay? I mean, I can answer really easily. The Golden Knight, Garo from, of course, the show Garo. It's this beautiful, ornate piece of armor, full gold armor set that looks like a complete superhero. As a goal that I want to do is I want to present myself in a way that is just out of this world. I want to become anything that I want to become. The cleric beast from Bloodborne, where it's just 20 feet tall monster with this giant dog-like head and its huge arms that makes no human proportion. I want to build that. I want to be in that and to perform in that. I want to make things with no restrictions. In a sense, I want to do it in a way that makes sense to people, that I can explain to people how I do it. Many people would hire people to build their robotics and electronics and all that, but I want to build that myself. I want to understand and to present my findings in terms of, well, if you want to extend your arm another 10 feet, you can build something like that. So for me to go through this journey, and of course all the suffering and all that, for me to understand that on a much deeper level, and for me to present that, not just the cosplay, but the journey of building this cosplay. So of course, working within imagination with no limitations, but also to include all my friends into this, that would be my ultimate goal. To be honest, I am the way I am is because of my audience, of my friends and family, and I am just the result. I'm the product of association, yes, but I am just the result of all the nasty criticism, of all the great enlightenment, and all the support and love and trust and hate and everything else that comes together. That becomes me. And for me to just accept everything for what it is, that will develop me as a person, and I don't know what kind of person I will become. But the thing is, I am true to myself that I want to be better every single time I do something. So I don't know who I'll become, but I know I'll become a better of myself.